Yo, what's poppin', Team Dink? Here we are out on the ice, and today I'm literally fishing with my new BFS Rod Reel through the ice. First and foremost, I gotta give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Nick for sending me this Cast King Zephyr BFS reel. I appreciate ya. And shout out to John and Bob for sending me this 5-foot ultralight bait casting rod. I appreciate you guys. I'm super stoked to put this thing to use in the open water, but honestly, I was feeling it and I'm like, I think I could ice fish with this thing. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. If it doesn't work very well, I've also got an ice fishing rod and reel with me, so no worries. The other thing is, I've got this little Rapala ultralight rip and wrap rigged up, and I'm super stoked to see if I can catch fish on it. If I do, I feel like I might be able to catch like a big old bass or something. Who knows? Anyways, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna punch a couple holes and let's see if we can catch a fish. Let's go. You know I love me these little crappie nibbles, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on the back hook of this little rip and wrap. In an ideal world, I'd have a little bit shorter rod for this style of fishing, but all in all, I feel like a BFS reel is actually solid because you can use light line and you can just free spool it down there. It should be very similar to fishing with like an inline ice fishing reel. Now, I've got a lot of fish's attention on this thing so far. Now I just got to make them eat. The other question is, am I going to be able to detect those light bites on this rod? I'm not sure. Man, he was all over it. I'm just curious if I've actually had any nip at it and I can't feel the bites. Who knows? If I can't make this rip and wrap work, what I'll do is I'll rig up a spoon on this rod because I guarantee they'll eat a spoon. Oh, he had it. See, I couldn't even feel that bite at all. So I saw a fish on it on my graph and I kind of just popped the rod tip and I definitely had him on there, but I didn't set the hook good enough. Yeah, I think one of the biggest problems with this is just being able to detect bites. There he is. Yes. I just assumed I had him. I assumed he bit. I did not feel a thing. I just saw he was all over the thing and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna set the hook. And I just yanked this guy right out of the water. That's a long skinny perch right there. Okay, well, we're on the board. The BFS technically works for ice fishing. If I had a true ice rod pair with this reel, I honestly think this would be a dynamite setup. This rod's just a little too powerful. Even though it's an ultralight, it's just still, it's too long and it's really just not made for ice fishing. It's gonna be a great rod for open water, but ice fishing, not so much. Before I rig up another crappie nibble, I'm gonna actually test cast this thing around. Oh, I like that. I can bomb this thing. I don't know how much this thing weighs. This is probably like 1/8 of an ounce or something. Oh wow, I can just absolutely toss this guy. I just went ahead and stripped off a bunch of the line because I do think that's gonna help the performance of the reel long term. Not that it really makes a difference today. I just wanted to go ahead and do it. I can faintly see the spool underneath the line, and that's, I feel like that's kind of what you want. Right on it. Should I just set the hook? Oh, he didn't have it. That's the hard part, man. Figuring out if they have it or not. I'm gonna go ahead and try to work up some confidence by fishing with my spoon on my ice rod. I've got this little Castmaster that's got like the chain underneath it. As you guys know, I've been getting really into spoon fishing through the ice, and part of my thing is I like to experiment with different baits and figure out what I like best, so I definitely wanted to try this one out. There he is. All right, what is this? Probably a perch. Oh yeah, just a little dinky perch. Oh, easy release. Oh man, he smoked it. Dadgummit. Well, they're willing to hit the spoon. Got him. Yes sir. What's this? Little dinky perch. This ice season for me has just been so many dinky perch, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm just proving that the fish are willing to bite. I'm gonna go back to the BFS here shortly. There's a fish. Dropped it down into a school of fish, and there he is. Hey, not a bad one. He is still pretty darn small, but he's definitely a little bit bigger than the last couple. He's got a little fat to him. I'm gonna drop the BFS setup down there. Fly away on my Zephyr. Maybe I should rig up a spoon on this. I definitely have more confidence in the spoon. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Okay, quick update. I'm obviously not destroying the fish by any means. I've caught a couple little perch. I'm having fun out here. At least it's not super frigid. It's not warm by any means, but it's not bad. Well, I just hooked myself past the barb. Ow! Good thing it has a really small barb. Fortunately, it was just in the meat of my thumb, so it wasn't that bad. I'm a lot tougher now than I was when I was like 16 years old and hooked myself in the thumb. That was bad. Look at there. I'm definitely bleeding. Well, that was stupid. God, I'm getting blood all over this tackle box now. It's like a daggum crime scene out here, folks. I'm gonna put on this Baitfish Series Castmaster. You've seen me catch fish on it before. At least this spoon is gonna have some good scent on it. It's gonna smell like human blood, so hopefully a perch like that. I hope these crappie nibbles aren't toxic because it's getting in my open wound right now. I'm probably gonna like turn into some sort of mutant crappie man. I've got some fish down there interested in this spoon. I just got to get one to like aggressively chomp it. If I get like a sizable fish that hits it hard, I feel like I'm gonna be able to feel the bite just fine. It's these little dinky perch that just very lightly nip it which caused problems. Dang it, I just assumed he had it. That was stupid. No. What I'm thinking is if I actually decide I want to do some BFS ice fishing, what I'll do is I'll just get a spin casting rod and I'll just swap out the reel for a BFS reel. Oh, I set the hook way too hard. I'm literally fishing like 3 foot of water. Oh my gosh, he's smoking it. Oh, no! I missed him. It's so hard to know when to set the hook. I think it's the same fish that has bit it like 3 times, and that time I very, very lightly hooked him, so he's probably not going to come back, but you never know. There he is. Okay, there's probably a couple down there. Literally 3 foot of water, and I hooked this little guy. Man, it's so hard to detect the bites, I'm telling you. You know, the thing about using this BFS, I'm obviously not exactly fighting the fish. I just yank them straight out of the water. I've got too much leverage, but it's still fun. It's kind of cool. Something a little different, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, I launched him like 14 feet in the air. It's nice to be able to actually feel the bites though. These last couple fish have pulverized it. Is that my blood or his blood? It's probably my blood. No, I think it's his blood. I don't know how he's bleeding, but looks like he's bleeding. He's fine. Good news is we're putting the BFS rod and reel to use. I can pretty well guarantee that my buddies that sent me this equipment, they were not thinking that this is how it was going to get used. I don't know what the fish are doing, but they have just shut down, man. Oh, he smoked it. Arrgh. Did I get him? Did I finally get him? Man, that was such a light bite. I swear. It's weird. These fish just like turned off hardcore on me. Finally got one to eat. This sucks. Right now there's a fish just staring at it. Of course, he's gonna sink back down. Quick update. I tell you what, I am getting mad out here. These perch are driving me insane. I'm gonna think of a metaphor real quick. These perch are like a person that goes to a buffet, pays the $12 to get the buffet, goes up to the food, looks at the food, and then just walks away. I don't understand it. I'm jigging my spoon up, 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 up. The perch are following, looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. No bites, man. I'm losing my mind out here. That being said, I'm still having fun, and it was kind of cool to put the BFS rod and reel to use on some fish through the ice. I never really would have expected to do that, so it's all good. I'm gonna stop getting mad at these fish. I'm gonna put on a different spoon, and we're gonna see what happens. I found this little thing in my box and I hope it turns the day around. I'm gonna try this. I've never actually used one of these things before. I have really no idea how to use it, but I'm basically gonna work it the same way I work a spoon, and we're gonna see what happens. Well, I've had some look at it, but nothing serious so far. Why did they do this? They're making me sad. There's a fish. Come eat it, please eat it. Is he gonna do the same thing? Yep. He's gonna do the same thing. Oh my gosh, these fish, please. Let it be known that this thing did not help me at all today, so I'm not a huge fan. You are banished back to the tackle box. I'm probably not gonna fish with you again for another year. Maybe, just maybe, a rattle is all we needed. My fish finder died. You know what, fish finder? I don't need you anyways. Okay, I tell you what, here's the conclusion for today. BFS through the ice can totally work. I would recommend getting an actual ice fishing rod as compared to using a 5-foot ultralight, but it was fun and I'm excited to potentially try it more in the future. What I'm more excited about is using this new rod and reel in open water. Big old slab crappie, bluegill, trout, it's all gonna be a blast on this little 5-foot ultralight. I'm stoked to use it. Anyways, I don't know why the heck the fish gave me such a hard time today. I'm not gonna worry about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna go inside, have a big old cup of hot cocoa, and I'm just gonna relax. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. My, hey, hey. Rock and roll is here to stay. It's better to burn out than to fade. There's a fish. Oh my, launched him. Oh my lord. Team Dink represent the Team Dink special. I really should just bring this home, put it in a tank, and name it Ricardo. I really should. I'm not gonna do it, but I should. My gosh, how did he even get hooked that good? I got skills. I challenge you right now to ice fish a bluegill this small. I'm willing to say that you can't do it because I am the Dink master. See you, little buddy. Oh, here's a fish. Oh my gosh, yes, he smoked it. Dink City, baby. That ain't no dink. Well, you know what? It's a pretty fish, and I'll take a pretty fish any day of the week. There he is. What is this? Baby crappie. Look at this little guy. I think these are white crappie. They're so small. It's beautiful fish though. Yes. See you, buddy.